In Canada, water as a resource is taken for granted. Water is one of the country's largest natural resources, and with that, Canadians don't think about how to efficiently and sustainably use it. Many Canadians don't think about the processes for where water comes from or the processes for where water goes after it has been used. The stress of excess water reaching Hamilton's water treatment plant can have large impacts on the environment of Hamilton Harbour. On average, the Canadian resident uses around 335 liters of water per day, which is equivalent to 17 blue water cooler jugs. In the homes of Canadians, water usage is broken down into five different categories. 30% of water is used to flush toilets, 20% of water usage is for laundry, 35% is used during showers and baths, 10% is used in the kitchen and for drinking, and the remaining 5% of water used in Canada is used for cleaning purposes. The comparison between countries' water usage is noticeably different, from the countries highly surpassing the global average, like United States, Spain, and Canada, to the countries well below the global average, such as Namibia and China. The usages vary largely from country to country. The relationship between water usage and water prices is inversely related, where if the cost of water is lower, the usage of water is higher, and vice versa, where if the cost of water is higher, the usage of water is lower.
Our approach is to limit household water usage and impose taxes on overuse. We also aim to configure strategies that are easy for households to implement to help decrease overall water consumption. This will have a direct correlation which can lower environmental impacts on the Hamilton Harbour and the Randall Reef area.
Our approach was chosen because we felt it was the most practical to implement throughout the neighborhoods of Hamilton. From an environmental perspective, by initiating new alternatives, it will reduce strain on the environment and ecosystems. This will reduce pressure on wastewater treatment plant systems by the volume of water being expelled through the system. Households pay for water charges based on the volume of water consumed each month, and if they lower their consumption rate, the fee households will have to pay will be lower due to the decrease in water use. Our approach will limit households to about 300 liters per day per capita. While we are aware of the rates being different based upon sizes of the household, we believe this is a sustainable limit for households to utilize. We can help implement and influence households to change to water efficient alternatives. These alternatives can be listed as two flush toilets, low flow taps, cutting back on watering grass and plants, recycling rainwater, shorter showers, eco friendly taps and shower heads, household rebates for low demanding toilets and washing machines. These newer alternatives can be made to reduce the amount of water that goes into utilizing each of these instruments.
So, how do we plan on doing this? Let's talk tax. More specifically, let's talk about the Pigovian tax. The Pigovian tax is a per unit tax on a good that is levied on individuals or businesses engaging in a specific activity that generate negative externalities. A negative externality is the outcome suffered by a third party after a producer and consumer complete a transaction. A negative externality is a less than desirable outcome that those not directly involved in a transaction have to deal with. To discourage such activities in the households, a 10-cent Pigovian tax will be implemented per every cubic meter used over the daily allotment. We will also offer incentives for households to choose energy and water efficient equipment for households. Another rebate incentive to be implemented is a 5-cent rebate per every cubic meter under the daily cap with a maximum of 50 liters per day. And with this, we will implement ways that residents of Hamilton and surrounding areas can monitor their water usage on a day-to-day basis.
The strategy will allow for people to realize their total daily water consumption in their household and will aim to have them decrease their overall usage to stay within the lower cost range. This Pigovian tax applied on Hamilton water consumption will help to reduce the overall excess water that reaches the Hamilton wastewater treatment plant.
Why is our strategy of decreasing water consumption a good long term solution? Well, conserving water will lessen greenhouse gas emissions, and this is because much of the cost associated What's treating the water through the use of electricity is actually generated from coal, and coal is a significant source of CO2 pollution. Money generated from a Pagovian tax on water usage can go towards new eco-friendly equipment for the wastewater treatment plant, so that they could put in newer sewer systems, pipings, etc. Then tax breaks and rebates on eco-friendly technology will create more incentive for people to go out of their way. It's crucial to be able to reach the population of Hamilton through pamphlets, posters, flyers. We need to get tips and facts out there and spread awareness. This will make the residents more aware of their own water usage and to possibly consider different, more eco-friendly water conservation methods. Money generated from our Pagovian tax on water usage can be invested towards eco-friendly equipment. For example, the wastewater treatment plant can purchase solar panels to power the water plant, making it more sustainable in the long run. The results of less wastewater reaching the bay can allow for a healthier eco-hydrology in Hamilton Harbour, as well as can help reverse the effects of Randall Reef. In conclusion, enforcing a daily water usage limit of 300 liters capita per day for each household and imposing tax on overuse will encourage Hamiltonians to be more mindful of their water uses, and as a result, less wastewater will reach Hamilton's wastewater treatment plant. Our strategy aims to educate the Hamilton population about wasted water, provide ideas on how to reduce their daily usage, and allow for an overall healthier Hamilton Harbour.